Hi, I'm your Professor David Campos. This video is going to go over the course overview and go through the syllabus. So when you log on to Canvas and you have clicked on the course through the dashboard, you'll arrive to this page. This page has all the necessary information of the class. This is English 1A, Reading and Composition. This is section 21117, a web-based course. It'll say click on modules to get started, and know that using modules is how most of the work is going to be completed in this class. And right beneath that on your home page, and this is the page that you'll come to at the beginning of every time that you log into this course, you'll also see my full name, where my office is on campus if you ever decide to come to campus and talk to me in a one-on-one setting, and my telephone number, which is 559-442-8200, extension 2328, and my email address, which is david.campos@fresnocitycollege.edu. And a lot of people forget that dot between the first name and the last name, and that is very, very important, or else that email gets lost. Also, as a reminder, do not send it to @my.sccd.edu, because there are students with my full name on this campus, and that email regarding whatever it is that you're wanting to ask will go to that student instead of me. So make sure that if you do decide to email me, that the email address is correct. My office hours this semester are Tuesdays and Thursdays between 11 a.m. and 12:50 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I have a virtual office hour available on Fridays from 10 to 10:50. Now, this is a web class, and I know that everything here is virtually, so you have the option of coming in to my office, and we can discuss whatever it is that you need to discuss then, or we can set up a Zoom conference call in which we can do this face to face, and I can look at your screen, you can look at my screen, and we can figure out whatever it is that we need to figure it out. Moving on. So once you've gone through modules, you've probably already started this. You've gone through the course introduction, you've gone through the goals and assignments and due dates. You'll have clicked on overview of course and understanding the syllabus. Now for me it says it's not available, and for you it should be available by now, but that's because I'm in the process of creating this course. You will click on this. Here it will be the video that you're watching right now, and right beneath it is the syllabus. I will click on this. It will open up here for me. And here's all that information that you saw on the homepage. This is English 1A, Composition and Reading. All this information is available on the homepage that you see highlighted right now. Moving right beneath it, we have the required text. Now, the required text, there are two books that are required for this course. It is They Say, I Say, 4th edition by Gerald Graff and Kathy Birkenstein. Right? I've also provided the ISBN number there for you. Make sure that it is the 4th edition and not the 3rd edition. Also make sure that this is not the edition with readings. Again, this is not the edition with readings. It should be a very, very slim book. The next book that is a required text is The House of Broken Angels by Luis Alberto Urrea. And the ISBN number is there provided for you. This book is a novel. Both of these books, brand new, are under $50. Used, you can get them anywhere between $25 and $40. You can even get them for free if you check them out from the library and the local libraries. I know that there are some available on reserve through the FCC library and available at the pass centers on campus for They Say, I Say. The House of Broken Angels, on the other hand, is probably available in your local libraries if cost is a prohibitive issue. Other required materials for this class include a desktop or laptop, right? This is an online class. A lot of the things that you'll be needing to do for this class is online. Some people have attempted to do these types of classes using a tablet or a phone, and some of the features are not really compatible with those things. So make sure that you have some kind of desktop or laptop, Microsoft Word, right? This and or Pages. Now, if you are a Mac user, and I myself am a Mac user, I have a Mac, but I also have a PC. Even if you're using Pages, you can export and save those page documents as Microsoft Word documents, because all your writing assignments are going to be due as Microsoft Word documents. You will obviously need access to the internet, a printer. Hopefully you have a printer at home to print out documents for yourselves and do proofreading for yourself. Yeah, you can do this on the screen, but sometimes it's nice to have a printer to print things out and look at a hard copy of what you have in front of you. A USB drive and or some kind of cloud storage is kind of imperative, as excuse me, as Fresno City College students, you have access to the cloud storage using Office 365, which you all have access to. Now, if you're wondering where you have access to that, you can come back here, go to fresnocitycollege.edu, all right, go to current students, scroll down, click on technology help. And here you have a bunch of technology help, from usernames and passwords to the access to your Office 365 account. Right? You also have how to log into Canvas, how to log into WebAdvisor, Wi-Fi instructions, etc. Make sure that you're familiar with how to do all of these things by visiting the Fresno City College website. Back to the syllabus. Now, the course overview. This course has been developed to meet the standards of college level pros. This means we will focus on conducting research in order to write argumentative thesis driven essays. That's the very simple and plain kind of course overview. What I really like to think of this course is as a preparation for critical thinking, and to prepare you to research for your other college classes that you will encounter in your academic careers. What it boils down to, and how I like to explain this to my friends, is this class prepares you how to become a good juror. Let's say, for example, that you were convicted of a crime. Right? Who would you want to sit on that jury? What kind of person would you want in that jury? This is part of the assignment, right? And hopefully this class will help you to become and give you those skills to become a real critical thinker, so they can look at all of the evidence on all sides and be able to make some kind of cogent argument. Going down further. Canvas. Make sure you're familiar with this site and know how to navigate it in all its apps. Everything for this class will be done through Canvas or one of its available apps. Now, here is a typo that I have, or one of its available apps. See, even me as an English instructor, I make mistakes. I have to constantly proofread. Course goals. These are the course goals provided by the college. These are expectations of what you should be able to do once you exit this class. Now, these are write expository essays which demonstrate an understanding of detailed and organized introductory, body, concluding paragraphs at the transfer level. Analyze and interpret professional text, including one book-length work, in terms of the author's purpose, voice, and style. avoid errors in conventions, and to write clearly with regard to grammar, punctuation, and sentence structure. Write an 8 to 12 page thesis-driven essay that demonstrates the ability to analyze, interpret, evaluate, and document source materials appropriately according to current MLA and/or similar professional documentation system. Participation and attendance. Because this is an online course, attendance and participation work slightly differently here. For the purpose of this course, an absence will be noted if there is a lack of activity in the week's module. Again, an absence will be noted if there is a lack of activity in the week's module. You must be an active participant to be present. What does being active mean? Being active means you have done all the work required and you have responded appropriately to your peers. A half an absence will be noted if you turn in all the work but do not respond to your peers. A half an absence will be noted for completing half a module. A full absence will be noted for not doing any assignments that week. A full absence will be noted for doing less than 35% of that week's assignment load. How do I calculate that percentage? I divide points earned versus points possible. Drop policy. I will drop you for missing 2 weeks before the midterm drop date. February 1st is the last day to drop without a W in person. February 3rd is the last day to drop without a W on WebAdvisor. March 13, a Wednesday in the middle of the week, is the last day to drop with a W, meaning after March 13th, that Wednesday, you will receive a grade regardless of your attendance. Please note that while I do take attendance, sometimes I do miss things and I make mistakes. Please make sure you have dropped from the course if that is your intention before the drop date. After March 13th, you will receive a letter grade for the course. Contact information. What's the best way to contact me? The best way to get a hold of me is through my email. While I have a phone number that you can call and leave me a voicemail on, that phone is located in my office, and I'm not on campus 24/7. Your best bet at getting through me is through email. What's my email? You can email me at david.campos@fresnocitycollege.edu, or you can message me through Canvas. Either works. They both go to my email. When do I check my email? When do I respond? While I check my email periodically throughout the day, I do a final check around 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., do not expect me to respond. Sometimes I do respond, but the 8 p.m. rule helps keep me sane. And I usually respond within 24 hours or 48 hours if it's the weekend. What if 24 hours go by and you don't hear from me? Send me another email then, and make sure you have sent your email to the right address, or you can try messaging me through Canvas. What about if you need to have a longer conversation? Through email, we can set up a Zoom conference call or a conference call through Canvas. Communication here is key, right? Trying to get a hold of me in whatever way possible. Even if you call and leave a voicemail, that voicemail is transcribed and emailed to me. So make sure that if you're trying to get a hold of me, that you have a variety of different options of trying to contact me. I do have a life outside of this class. I do have other courses to attend to. So when you're thinking, why am I not responding to you at midnight? That's probably because I'm asleep, right? Everyone has different working hours, and you will know when I'm working, and you'll begin to understand that for the most part, I keep bank hours, which means 9 to 5. If you email me between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m., I will usually respond rather quickly. Outside of those hours, outside of that range, is when responses begin to become slower. Late work policy. The syllabus states this nice and clear, but in case you missed it, I will not accept late work. There are a few minor exceptions, and I say this again, I will not accept late work. And the reason is this is an online class. While some people say, oh, this is an online class, why can't I just barrel through it? I will make the modules available slowly throughout the period of the semester. And the reason is everyone needs to be at the same pace as everyone else. And so if you are not participating in 1 week, it's going to really be a detriment to some of the other students who have completed the work, especially come rough draft time, because they need feedback from their peers in order to make revisions to create their final draft. But there are a few minor exceptions. Let's say there is a verified outage on Canvas. It's happened before. Maybe there is a verified outage of internet in your area, i.e. a power outage or something to that effect. Maybe there are extraordinary life circumstances that means verified emergencies and illnesses. You have communicated with me before the assignment is due and we've made arrangement. What does verified mean? Verified means you can provide evidence. For example, did you have to drive your father to the hospital and you were there all night? Show me proof of that you were there. It's usually in some form of the intakes forms. Did a poor bird fly into a transformer and cause a power outage? Take a photo. Link me to the news article. Screenshot your phone, the service outage. Verified means you have to provide evidence of some sort. Does this mean I'll accept it if I provide some kind of verification? No. Just because you brought me evidence does not mean I will accept late work. It is on a case-by-case basis, and communication is key. Quizzes. Quizzes will be given as needed. There will be no makeup quizzes or ability to retake them. Most, if not all, quizzes, except for this first one, you will only have one opportunity to take. All right. Homework. Homework will consist of readings, research, writings, and any other various forms of the writing process. You will write a total of 5 essays, including one 8-page research paper on the topics of your choice and within certain guidelines. One of the essays will be an in-class timed essay. Now, this in-class timed essay works slightly differently for us. So this will be a quiz that is timed. So make sure that you, when that period comes around the midterm of this course, you have solid access to the internet and you have scheduled out some time to complete that in-class essay. All essays must be written in MLA format. Rough drafts are worth 50 points. Final drafts are worth 100 points. I will grade and comment on your final draft essays. Note that it does not say rough drafts. Right. The rough drafts is done with peer editing. You will be allowed to rewrite 3 of the formal essays complete for a different grade. This does not include the in-class essay and the final essay. If you do this, the grade you earn on the rewrite will be the final grade for that paper and not the best of 2 attempts. Grading. How will your grade be determined? It will be determined by the following table of points possible, and after your points have been tallied, it will be determined by the second table. So participation and homework is 300 points. Final drafts are worth 400 points. Rough drafts, 200 points. Quizzes, 100 points for a total of 1,000. So anywhere between 900 and 1,000 points is an A, 800 to 899 is a B, 700 to 799 is a C, 600 to 699 is a D, 0 to 599 is an F. If dropped before the midterm drop date, you will have a W. Plagiarism. I use Turnitin, so don't do it. It's cheating. If you plagiarize, I will give the assignment a 0, and the incident may be reported to the appropriate academic authorities. Just because I may not have caught it on a certain paper, but I see evidence that you plagiarized on another, I will revisit your older work. If upon revisiting your older work I see a pattern of plagiarism, it will be considered a second offense. Plagiarism is defined as a specific form of cheating that consists of the misuse of others' published or unpublished language, ideas, or other original material by misrepresenting the material, i.e. another's intellectual property, through not acknowledging it correctly, that is, passing it off as if it were one's own work. Neither cheating nor plagiarism will be tolerated in this course. And let me make this clear. If this happens, I will report it to the appropriate academic authorities and we will go through that course of action. Disabled Students Programs and Services Statement. This is directly from a statement they have asked me to input into my syllabus. Quote, if you have a verified need for an academic accommodation or materials in alternate media, i.e. Braille, large print, electronic text, etc., for the American with Disabilities Act or Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, please contact your instructor as soon as possible. If you think you have a learning disability, but have not had it verified, Disabled Students Programs and Services, DSPNS, might be able to assist you. All information will be kept confidential. Class behavior. Any person who causes a disruption or disruptions or is disrespectful will be asked to leave, and it will be reported. It will count as an absence. If the behavior continues, it will be reported and documented with the Vice President of Student Services. If you're unaware of the campus student code of conduct, the link is provided below. And because a lot of this participation and discussion will be done on Notebowl or through discussion boards, please be respectful of one another and one another's opinions. Beware of your tone, right? It's kind of like writing a text message. I always say, read that text message in a monotone tone to see how that message is going to come across before you even send it. So please make sure of your language and check your tone before you submit some kind of response to somebody online, especially in this class. And syllabus special note, the syllabus and due dates are subject to change. Any changes to the syllabus will be made available on Canvas. And that's the overview of the course and the syllabus, and this completes this video.